Olympic National Park has one of the biggest rainforests in the US. It is home to ancient trees, with some of them over 1,000 years old and 300 feet tall. It is not only a national park, but also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, thanks to its crazy biodiversity and untouched wilderness. In this video we're going to explore this beautiful national park in our 2025 ID bus. So if you like nature or the 2025 ID bus, then keep watching, because Sunbus, which is the name of our ID bus, will now go on a ferry for the first time.
Alright, so we just got our ferry tickets for the ferry and we are waiting in line, and it's really interesting because there's 5 lanes and we didn't really know how to get on the ferry, so we had to make circles I
don't know where this guy was like, hey, I see you guys making so many circles, can I help you?
Yeah, because we didn't know, we thought you could just like drive on, but you have to go back to like a toll booth. It's interesting, but yeah, we made it.
The bus is getting so much attention wherever we go. People turn their heads and smile, point towards us and say that they love the car, and sometimes even they approach us to have a quick chat. This time I finally managed to record a conversation on the ferry.
Little refrigerator that was just a cooler.
Yeah, cool.
It had no electrical, nothing, no running water, no nothing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're actually going to be road tripping around the US this year in this car. And we're doing like a mixture. We have it where we can set it up into like a bed and everything too. Yeah. But we're not always sleeping in it. We're kind of mixing it with other things. But
no, it's cool.
It's all electric. It's awesome.
Oh, it's an all electric vehicle. Okay. Well, hopefully Trump doesn't do away with all the electrical.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. But so far it's been easy. I mean, at least on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Like, we're from California, so coming up here was easy. Midwest, we'll see how it is.
Yeah.
But we're excited.
Okay, well, thanks.
Yeah, of course. No, not at all.
Do you know where to go here? You're from California. Do you have fun things you know where to go do?
We're gonna actually go spend a week at Olympic National Park.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. But if you have any other suggestions, I mean...
Well, of course, Dungeness Spit is that's on the way.
Okay, yeah, that's like, I saw it on the map. It's like that long.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You don't have to walk the whole thing to enjoy it, because it's a very long walk.
Okay.
But you can go there and just enjoy it as much as you want.
Cool.
It's a national seashore.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's several state parks along the way that are beautiful too. But yeah, definitely. Good. Well, enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Conversations like this happen daily to us, so take that into consideration when getting the bus. The destination for this day was Port Angels, a little town north of Washington. We booked an Airbnb there for a week to have a base from where we can explore the national park. From Port Angels you can even cross into Canada, but unfortunately I'm currently in the green card process where I can't leave the US or I won't be able to enter again. But before we continue, let's charge up Sunbus for our next trip. And while we're charging, here's a fun fact about charging with Electrify America. For us, it feels like that Electrify America is mostly on Walmart parking lots. Interesting, or? The first day after arrival day, we went on a hike at Lake Crescent. Here for the first time we experienced the Olympic rainforest. It definitely is not what you expect a rainforest to be. When I think of a rainforest, I think of a rainforest in South America or Indonesia, where it's hot, humid and tropical. Olympic National Park is cold, wet, but so green and so beautiful. And by the way, this video was filmed in mid-March of 2025. The goal of this day was to hike to a bridge in the middle of Lake Crescent. The hike there was not that long, maybe 45 to 60 minutes to get there, depending on how fast you walk.
Alright, today is our first day in Olympic National Park. We're on a trail right now and it's really beautiful. And Olympic National Park is really interesting because it has both the glaciers, as you can see up on the mountains. The tops are kind of covered right now, but it also has rainforests, which are really interesting in North America to have rainforests. And it has a coastline. So it's a really diverse national park. And it's actually, I think, one of the largest wilderness areas in the US. So we're gonna explore this whole week and we're really excited.
Welcome. Today we are at the Dungeness Wildlife Refuge, something. Not sure how to pronounce it, but it is close to Olympic National Park and it is home to a lot of endangered species, or like many different wildlife you can find here, and especially like some woodpeckers. We already could hear some, but there is like on the trees you can see so many holes in the tree. So let's see if we can find some wildlife around here. We've been walking now for maybe a mile, and on this strip here, which is just stones on one side and driftwood, and then on the other side you have the ocean. It's beautiful. It's really calming right now. It's a really nice place to be. And on this side over there you can even see mountains and hills, and over there is Canada. So from this strip you can walk, look over to Canada, and yeah, it is a nice place. Good morning from our first sunny day from Olympic National Park. We just left Port Angeles and are on the way to the little town called Forks. This town has a special story because it is the place where the movie or the movies Twilight were filmed. For everyone who doesn't know, Twilight is like a teeny movie from like 20 years ago, and about vampires and werewolves or something.
Not filmed, they're based off the books.
Okay.
The books are based off of Forks, that area.
So yeah, okay.
Most of the movies were filmed in Oregon.
Yep. Okay, never mind. I lied. There you see, I don't know a lot about it, but yeah, we're on the way there, and after that we'll go to a couple other places. Today is actually the first sunny day we like around here. You can clearly see the mountains now, and yeah, we will have more time today to explore a little bit of west of Washington and Olympic National Park. Because it's a weekend, it's Saturday, Terry and I have less work, so we will explore Olympic National Park a little bit more, and you guys will of course come on our journey with us. So see you later. We arrived in Forks and stopped at a charging lot, the parking lot, to charge, because there is a charger here. But the problem is you need the app to start the charging process, and we don't have the special app for it. It's called Blink, and you can't pay with credit card. So now we're waiting for Blink to download on our phone to start the charging process. Unfortunately, the charger we just stopped at to charge a car doesn't work. Like, there's two plugs. The our neighbor car is charging, and he took our charger, probably because his charger on his side is not working. So, but this is not a big deal. We wanted to just charge just in case just for a little bit. Wanted to charge, but we don't have to. We still have enough miles to get back to Port Angels too. So it was more like a just because we can, but we won't charge now. We just charge later. Now we go to the grocery store because Taylor is hungry. The wind on the beach was so bad, but I'm just gonna tell you guys about this part. After the failed charging, we went to the grocery store to get lunch and then came to La Push right away because there was not a lot to see at Forks. La Push and the surrounding land are part of the Quillette tribe, and the beach of La Push, there were the biggest logs we've ever seen, and later I read on the tribe's website that its purpose. Historically, the tribe's land was stretching from La Push till Sol Duc, where we will go later in this video as well. But before that, let's go to Ruby Beach to see some tide pools. Hey!
That's what happens when you don't look at where you're going.
Okay, so we arrived at a river, which is blocking the path. So now we have to walk all over the crazy wood up here. Okay, Taylor changed her mind. She's coming back because that's the only way, huh? What? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I will have to put my phone away. This is adventure year. Just for you guys to know, down here it goes deep. Woof. Yeah. Just use your legs and your hands and be a monkey. Okay, and now we use this huge log to cross over. That looks beautiful. What? Oh no! He found a better way.
I don't know, but that's down here.
Come on, Tay. All this adventure across this little river, but the only option would have been to go down there and completely get wet, or go the cool way on the trees. And
we did it. The trees are better because you don't get your shoes wet.
after the river crossing, we still had to walk a while before arriving at the tide pools. The rock formations here are just stunning, and everywhere on the beach you find driftwood. I don't know if the water is making the wood so smooth or the sand, but all the wood you see has such a smooth surface. At the tide pools, we saw a bunch of green anemones, and the most important, Patrick's star, just hanging out on the side of that rock. Before the tide came in, we left and walked all the way back to the parking lot. Of course, we had to go across that little river again. Sunbuzz only had 37% and 92 miles left. Getting back to Port Angels takes 76 miles. So on that trip, for the first time we experienced the buzz giving us a sign at 20% and then another sign a little bit before arriving at 10%. We arrived at that charging station with 9%, and how I explained earlier, Electrify America is always on a Walmart parking lot. So we had to get some groceries before heading home, because the next day we drove to the last place here in Olympic National Park. Another day, another adventure. Taylor and I are off to a waterfall today. We're going to visit the Sol Duc Waterfall. Sol Duc? I don't know. Sol Duc? I don't know. Sounds, I told Taylor it sounds a little bit Vietnamese to me, but it's written S-O-L-D-U-C. Sol Duc, Sol Duc. I don't know.
I would assume it might be in the indigenous language.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different indigenous communities around here, so I think it might be the name of one of the traditional names.
But yeah, we're going to that waterfall now, and actually we just saw another bus today, and that was the second one we saw here in Port Angeles. Like 2 days ago, we were working at a cafe, and we saw a blue bus driving down the road. And we just, when we came on the main road here in Port Angeles, we saw a green bus, and that was really fun and exciting.
Everyone wants to take their buzz to Olympic National Park.
Yep. Yeah, and this will probably be our last stop here in Olympic National Park. And from our adventure in Olympic National Park, we will be at Sol Duc, and this will then, after that, that will be the end of this video. So be excited for us to see that last waterfall and our last stop in Olympic National Park. As you see, it is a really rainy day today, but we don't care about that because we want to have another adventure and another nice day here in Olympic National Park. And we really want to see that waterfall, so the rain won't bother us. And there's a funny saying in German, I can translate it. It says, there is no bad weather, there is only bad clothing. So you have to wear a good, if you have a rain jacket, if you are prepared well, a little bit of rain can't bother you. It's all about the mindset, and it's all about the clothes you have on. Huh, Tay?
Yeah, exactly. Except we like the sun too.
Okay, we arrived at the parking lot at the Sol Duc hike to the waterfall, and a little bit earlier I said that there is no bad weather, there is only bad clothing, and now I'm kind of getting a little bit scared because, and I don't know if I did the right choice to say that, because it's raining really bad. It's crazy out there, and it is crazy out there, but we have a rain jacket, we have proper clothes, kinda, so we're still just gonna do it. We won't bring the camera because we don't want to get the camera wet, but we can still film on our phone, so let's see. And probably waterfall will be really beautiful because of if there is so much rain, the waterfall will be crazy. So yeah, let's see how the waterfall will be.
Yeah, 0.8 miles. It's Sol Duc.
Sol Duc. Okay, it is called Sol Duc and not Sol Duc. I don't know. And of course, this is always really important in the US, especially this one, because you're in the wild west. It is crazy how much snow there is still left here. I didn't really think that there will be any snow.
Well, because this just opened 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So it was closed.
And the problem is, because it is raining now and all of the snow is kind of melting because of the rain, which makes sense, but there is like huge puddles all over the path. And my shoes are not, they're not good enough for this, but whatever. Just like a 0.8 mile hike, so we're fine. If you watched till here, thanks so much. This video was definitely a little bit longer, a little bit more different. We tried to bring in some more different elements, and it was definitely a lot of fun to film the video and to edit the video. And if you liked the style of the video, and if you liked our adventure and the buzz, please leave a subscribe, please leave a like, and comment down below. And if you have anything else, if you want to ask us about the buzz or about our adventures, or if you have any ideas what we should do other than that, write it down below too. And again, for everyone who watched till here, thanks a lot. See you next time.